So you're a dog owner in Oxnard, and of course, you want to build an amazing life with your best friend. Well, you're in the right place. This guide is all about helping you find that perfect professional trainer to make it all happen. Let's get right to it. Oxnard is such a fantastic city for dogs, right? You've got everything from walks along the beach to fun afternoons at the park. But having a well-behaved dog is what really turns those outings from kind of stressful to truly enjoyable. Here's a quick look at what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about why training in Oxnard is so important. Then we'll get into the different training methods, how to pick a great professional, what it's likely to cost, and wrap up with some local rules and resources you need to know. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about why training your dog right here in your own community is so powerful. It's all about getting them ready for the real sights and sounds they're going to encounter every single day in Oxnard. The end goal here isn't about teaching your dog a bunch of fancy tricks. It's about building a solid partnership. It's about being able to walk through a busy harbor or just down your own street with confidence. That's what makes life better for both of you. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty of how training actually works. Understanding your options here is really the first big step in finding the perfect match for your dog and for your lifestyle too. You're going to hear this term a lot. Positive reinforcement. It's really the gold standard in modern science-backed training. The whole idea is to make learning a fun and rewarding game, which builds your dog's confidence and, honestly, makes your bond so much stronger. It just works. Generally, you've got two main formats to choose from. Group classes, they're amazing for puppies and for practicing basic commands with other dogs around. Private sessions, on the other hand, are perfect for zeroing in on specific issues right in your own home, like, say, barking at the mailman or jumping on visitors. Now, there is a third option, board and train. Think of it like a full immersion boot camp for your dog. It can be a fantastic way to jumpstart training for some tougher behavioral issues. But, and this is a big but, it's absolutely crucial that you are involved when your dog comes home to make sure that training sticks. And please always make sure any facility you're looking at is a legally permitted boarding establishment. Okay, so we've covered the what. Now let's dive into the who. Picking the right person to work with is probably one of the biggest decisions you'll make in this process, so let's figure out how to properly check out a trainer. So, how can you spot a true professional? Keep an eye out for acronyms like these. They're not just random letters, they actually mean something. They show that a trainer has passed rigorous, independent exams and is committed to their education. A CPTKA is a great sign of solid foundational knowledge, while something like an IABC-CDBC tells you they have specialized expertise for more serious issues like anxiety or aggression. All right, think of this as your personal interview checklist. When you talk to a potential trainer, have these questions handy. Their answers will tell you so much about their philosophy, their professionalism, and whether they're a good fit. Really pay attention to how they talk about tailoring a plan just for you and what your role in the homework will be. Naturally, we have to talk about the budget. Training is an investment, so let's take a realistic look at what you can expect to spend on professional help here in the Oxnard and wider Ventura County area. As you can see from this table, the costs can vary quite a bit. A series of group classes might run you a few $100s, while a really intensive board and train program is, well, a much bigger investment. These prices usually reflect the trainer's experience and how much one-on-one attention you and your dog are going to get. And finally, let's tie all of this training back to our community. Being a great dog owner also means knowing the local rules of the road, and, just as important, knowing the best places to go to practice all those new skills. Okay, these are the big ones every dog owner in Oxnard needs to know. That 6-foot leash law applies to all public areas, period. Licensing your dog with the county isn't optional, it's required. And good training can definitely help make sure your dog's barking doesn't become a problem for your neighbors. And when you're ready to put in the reps, Oxnard has some great spots. You can work on off-leash recall safely at College Park Dog Park, practice walking politely on leash with all the distractions at Mandalay Beach, or really challenge your dog's focus in a busy place like the Channel Islands Harbor. So have a think about it for a second. Where does your dog need the most practice right now? Picking a spot and having a plan before you even leave the house can make your training sessions so much more successful. At the end of the day, putting in the time and effort for training is really an investment in your relationship. It just opens up your world together, making every beach walk, every patio brunch, and every quiet evening at home that much calmer and that much happier.